Behind me is my new gaming setup I just built. And although this is the current setup you guys know of, after 2 years of it serving its purpose, I got sick of it. So me being the person I am that loves building new things, I thought it was time I didn't just build a new gaming setup, but an entirely new studio. So throughout the next few weeks, I'm going to be entirely transforming this old room into my new gaming studio. To get started, I spent the past few days putting together a plan on how I want this setup to look using the app Blender. And this is the end result I'm happy with. So now that I have my plan, it's time to execute. Let's start this project all the way from day one. To start off, I took a trip to Bunnings to get a few paint samples as I'm going to be completely painting the room. Yeah, I definitely got a lot. Here's the two I finally decided on out of all the ones I got. This one's Feather Soft and then Silver Tea Set. This one's more grey and that one's more of like a creamish grey. Now that I chose my colours, let's make one more trip to Bunnings so we can get the samples, and I also ended up getting a plan. Oh, here. Oh yeah, that is it. Definitely buying that. I want to look at the countertops here real quick and see if I can save a bit of money. But if not, I have to go to IKEA and spend like another $100. So let's go check it quick. No, this one, it's not bad. It's a bit big though. These ones are too small. There's more down here. This one's not bad either. But it's also 2200. Maybe I should just make a desk. Yeah, never mind. That's not happening. The desk might fall apart if I did that. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a desk. So let's head back home. Okay, I don't know if you could tell, but it's now late. I mean, it's dark outside. But I've got the paint samples here, so I'm just gonna do a little patch on the wall, and tomorrow I guess I'll decide on which one I want. So let's start painting. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this one's more of a creamy one, and this is more neutral. I think I like this one more, but I guess I'll see tomorrow in the natural light. Anyways, I'll pick this back up tomorrow morning when I've decided and go grab the paint. Let's go grab this paint. Also, I need to get dressed, so let's make this quick. I'm praying that came out smooth. Alright, found all the paints here. I don't know which one this is. This is 4 liters.
What color are you?
This one here. Oh, that is... yeah, just this one. Yeah, the guy that just made the paint for me just saw my channel and subscribed, so one extra subscriber.
Hey, can I take your order?
Now I also bought drop sheets so I can put it all over all the furniture in the middle so no paint gets in it. So let's put this on real quick. Alright, so I definitely couldn't do this on my own, so I've got a bit of help from my friend. So it's been 4 hours and finally everything's all protected. So now it's finally time to paint. Wait, before I do, I need to get out of these clothes. Let's get a cool transition. Let me get out of these clothes in 1, 2, 3. Alright, painting clothes are finally on. Now let's get started with the painting. It's time for the painting off. And here's where we run into our first problem. 7:50. The sun's risen. It's bright outside. I got to finish the wall, however it's still patchy, so I might just have to get a small little can of paint and just finish it off. But it's as good as I can do, so I guess I'll finish it later. I wish I could have finished it. I just had a quick power nap and it's now 3:10 and I woke up to a little surprise. I got another tin of paint, so I can finally finish off the rest of the room. Finally, I finished painting the room after a total of 11 hours. I'm so happy it's finally over. I'm just waiting for it to finish drying so I can peel off the tape. Alright, here's an update. It's currently 11:15 PM and the paint's finally dry. That means we can go ahead and take off all the drop sheets and all the masking tape. So let's get a little ASMR segment. All the drop sheets and masking tape is finally off, so now let's finally move this furniture. Now we're taking our first of many trips to IKEA. After what felt like ages, we finally arrived. Now I had a few things to get from IKEA, being a desktop, plants, and a floor lamp.
Are we gonna be on your YouTube or whatever you do?
Of course.
What's your YouTube channel?
We're gonna see if that fits in here. I wish us luck.
It fits.
Alright, We are back from... What are you recording? We are back from IKEA finally, and we got everything. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm gonna build this, and for you guys it'll be like 3 seconds, and for me it'll be like 30. Boom. This is my tree. Anyways, made my plant, so now let's get on to the scaffiti. Scaffette. So my camera died, but I did finish setting up this lamp and I really like how it looks. Here's a better view of it next to the couch, but I can definitely say this room's coming along very nicely. This isn't the permanent spot for my bamboo tree. I'll probably end up putting it next to the setup here. And obviously here's the plant that I got from the shop. Anyways, the plans for tomorrow, I'm going to mount this TV cabinet on the wall, and I'm also going to get a TV bracket. I've already got a TV for this area, but I got some things sent out to add to it. You will see that tomorrow. So I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but Nanoleaf did send me out some lights for the TV, so I want to go set these up right now. So basically it's just a LED strip that goes all around it, and the cool thing about these is it has a little, I guess like a little sensor that detects all the colors on the screen, and that makes the lights respond to whatever's showing on the TV. So yeah, it'll be pretty cool, so let's go set them up on the TV. As you just saw, I set up the lights and they're on the TV now, and look how bright they are. I'm going to quickly pair the lights to my phone and then I can finally mount it onto the wall. Oh, I couldn't get a lot of videos of me doing that. Let's just say the TV is finally up. You don't even want to ask how long that took because that was too tedious. That thing was the biggest pain in the ass. However, I finally got it set up, so let me just show you with the lights off. So yeah, here's how it came out. I'm definitely very happy with it. So I want to say a big thanks to Natalie for sending these out. Also, make sure to comment your opinion on these. Anyways, that's it for tonight. So I guess I'll see you when, I don't know, whenever I continue. Alright, it's been about 2 weeks since I last recorded, and I finally got these wall panels right here. Alright, so the wood panels are all cut up, so that means it's time to finally put them on the wall. Alright, finally all the wall panels are up, so you know what that means? It's finally time to start the setup arc. Alright, disclosure. Before you take the final look of my setup, don't judge how messy it is. Normally I don't let it get to this extent, but since I knew I was changing rooms, I've sort of just trashed this place and yeah, I don't know, it's not really a good excuse, but please just bear with me, alright? So let's finally take apart this setup. Now before we get rid of this setup, I don't think we could leave it without saying a big thank you. And you're probably wondering who am I thanking, and it's you guys. This setup is what got me to where I am today, and it's all thanks to you guys. Now this setup's definitely gonna have a big place in my heart because this is where I gained all my traction and got pretty much all my followers at. Especially these hexagon lights, which have inspired tons of creators. And seeing other people recreate this design, it truly means the world to me that I inspire you guys. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this setup. So I want you guys to take your final looks of the setup before it all goes away. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now and let's finally take this apart. And this is where we realized how much damage the hexagons actually did to the wall. I don't want to touch it. So just gonna have to try this with my parents for the next couple of years, but this is the outcome of the wall. Everything's finally downstairs, all this stuff is here. I know it looks like a mess, just trust the process. Then over in this corner I've got the 2 Alex drawers, and now we have to set up this desk. It says no knife. Oh well. This thing is giant. The desk is all set up. I've got the leg underneath, and the desk I went with is the Calby in the birch colorway. It's nice and light and it goes very well with the wood panels, so I'm very happy with it. Now what we're gonna do is set up this light strip, and that's gonna go in between these little crevices of this wall panel. So thank you to Natalie for sending this out, and let's set this up. I just finished mounting the light rope, and I'm definitely impressed with how it came out. Now my original plan was just to have one strip going down, however I read the manual and this says that, here, you can't cut them. And since I had a 5-meter strip and 2.4-meter panels, I had enough space to do 2 lines, so that's what I did. Although I thought this little loop wouldn't come out too well, it actually didn't come out too bad. So I'm extremely impressed with Nanolith. Now since we're on the topic of lighting and we're setting it all up, there's one specific one that I'm really excited for. Oh shit. The Nanolith hexagons. And wow, look how these came out. I have to say, I definitely am a fan of this purple and orange scheme going on. It just looks amazing in this room. It just complements the wood accents so well. Alright, that's better. I brought my camera lighting in here because it was a bit dark in here before, so you can see me better now. Anyways, I've taken so much time for all of this just to add 2 lights. I started this at 1:30 and it's now 4:56. So in other words, I need to get a move on. So I'm going to quickly bust out a couple things. I've got my pegboard from my old setup, so let's quickly set that up. Updates. Alright, from when I last spoke to you, I've put up this pegboard and also this Nanolith light bar behind the bamboo tree. I know I've said it many times, but this setup is looking so nice. Now I really can't wait to put up my PC and monitors, so let's do that now. In the meantime, this has been my setup. Let me give you a little setup tour. Starting off with the chair, we've got my couch, then I've got my glass SkyPad mouse pad, Glorious Model O, and then I've got my keyboard. That's my foot. Then I've got one monitor hooked up to my PC. My PC is on the floor right now, on carpet, but it'll be off shortly. Now, before we put these monitors up, let's just take a look at this. Alright, so I've cleaned all my monitors, so now I've got to get my mounts and then I can put them up. Now, I might change this out because this is spray painted and it's come off, so... yeah, I'll just swap out the pole for another one I have. Aha! First up, we've got the main monitor. Now the second monitor. No, don't need this anymore. Oh shit. Ah shit. Alright, perfect. All 3 monitors are connected, but I've got one special thing that I got sent out by a company. Let me grab it real quick. Aha! Elgato key lights. I've always wanted one, and thankfully Elgato hooked me up with one. Ooh, Yora's got a key light now. Oh shit, where the hell is that? Oh, well, I've got a power cable and some adapters, and I believe the pole is in here. Well, we can get this box out of here. Now let's set up my Elgato key light. Wow. I'm officially a streamer. Let's just hope I actually stream. Here's how the key light came out. It's very bright at the moment, but I can change that on the software, so I've got to wait till I set up my computer. So now we've finally got all the monitors set up and the key light. But like I mentioned before, I want to put up my PC, so let's put it up on my desk. Holy, that looks amazing. If we look from afar, the setup is finally tying in together. I'm overall so happy with the state of this setup so far. And I have to say, I really love the wood accents. I've never gone for something like this, so I went out of my comfort zone. But I seriously couldn't be any happy with how it came out. Anyways, that's it for tonight, as it's currently 10:45 p.m. However, plans for tomorrow, I'm gonna set up all my peripherals and I'm gonna put in all the cables. If you saw those cables upstairs, you'd wanna call it quits as much as I do. This project has been postponed for a while now. I think tonight's finally the night that I complete it. In case you couldn't tell, I changed my haircut. I got a front taper. Yeah, that's about it. Anyway, so I hope you guys like the new look and hopefully you don't click off the video. One thing I can't do tonight, we just put shelves up here. However, what I'm gonna do is put all the accessories on the desk, and then finally my favorite part, cable management. And right now, if you think this is bad, just wait till I add everything else. Shit. This is gonna be fun. Now it's finally time to do the cable management, which is the part I've been dreading the most. Anyways, I did a bit of Amazon shopping and I got some raceways. I got some cable trays to put under the desk. Now this is definitely a better solution to what I've done previously. Anyways, let's hope this time nothing bad happens. Alright, so here's what I'm working with down here. So this thing is going to be mounted right under the desk, just like this, on each side, because I got two. Now I've already made markings for it. I'm going to screw in. I've got a dot here and a dot there. So now I've just got to screw both of these on each side of the table. Okay, so as you can see, I got them up, and behind it I've mounted a power point. I just stuck it up with double-sided tape. At the moment I've just got this one cable in here. So now I'm going to do that for the rest of all these cables, and hopefully in no time they'll look amazing. Okay, so I decided to put the camera down and finish off these cables, and I've finished them, and this is how it looks. Don't mind this cable, that's just the light. But other than that, I've never had cable management like this. Obviously I'll clean up the stuff like this, and as well as that, and up there. But overall, it's looking great so far. Alright, I've kind of lost track of what day it is today, but in the past couple of days, I've added the two last panels here behind the TV. I know there's a gap right here, but don't mind that, it's not officially on the wall, I've just cut it. But here's how it looks in the TV area, and I really like it. Anyways, my brother should be home soon, so he should be able to help me put these on the wall. However, in the meantime, over here I've got some light strips, which I'm going to put on top of these two shelves right here. Okay, I was able to get these done pretty quickly, and look how they came out. Wow! It adds a nice little addition to the shelf with a little glow behind, but the only thing that annoys me is this little cable that runs down the wall, but I've got it covered by this little plant. Anyways, now all we have to do is wait for my brother so he can put these up. Alright, back from IKEA. I got the lantern and I got the cord. So now let's set it up. Alright, so here's the paper lantern. It looks a bit like an oval, but I don't know, I guess it'll become more of a circle over time. Alright, so as you can see in this area, I've got lights behind the TV. However, it wouldn't be a gaming room without more lighting. As you can see, most of my lights in this room are from Nanoleaf, so I want to say thank you to Nanoleaf one more time for sending out all these lights. I'm going with different lights this time, and these are the Nanoleaf lines. I did have them in my old setup, so I've also got those extra ones. And I should be doing a So in the past couple of days, there's been a couple of technical difficulties, specifically with the paper lantern cord. Now, without thinking straight, I didn't buy the correct light bulb size cord. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, the light bulbs I have could not fit into the cord. So last night I had to do a bit of Amazon scrolling and I ordered this. And well, it says arriving today. So hopefully any minute it should be here. So now let's play the waiting game.
1 hour later.
Last time I spoke to you guys, it was 2:30. It is now 7:33, and I'm still waiting for this package. Oh shit. Well, oh shit, that's my address. Anyways, it finally arrived. Here's the cord. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I got the cord. Let's finally get this lantern on the wall. Now, this is probably gonna take a while, so let's just make it quick for you guys. And it's complete. And now if we just quickly turn this light off, here is how it looks. It has a very nice cozy look to the setup and I love it. Wow. That's amazing. So as you saw yesterday, I printed posters and today they're ready. I also bought these 2 picture frames, so let's take the posters out and put them in here. Let's open up our first frame. Now let's take off this back, and there's a lot of these little clips, that's great. I pulled up all the clips and that's definitely the most annoying thing about picture frames. Alright, so now do I just put this upside down? There we go. Now let's open the pictures. I've got 2 of them, so we can fill 2 picture frames. Here's the 2 pictures I went with. Here's the first one and the second one. I think they look pretty nice. Gotta put this in backwards. Here's the first one done. Please remind me to never touch these ever again. But here's how they came out and they tie in really nicely with the setup. Oh, what was that? You thought 2 posters were enough? Let's add 2 more. These 2 big ones are going to be going right here in between these 2 windows. So let's stop talking and put these up. What do you guys think? And Gus, are you serious? As I was saying, wow, they look amazing. I got these 2 artworks off the New Yorker, and they're both sort of abstract city landscapes, as you can see. But I can't believe how much they tie into the room and make it feel so cozy. The room's almost pretty much done, however there is a couple more things to do, like adding decorations. However, we'll come to that after, and let's focus on this. This coffee table. I mean, it is nice, but to be honest, I feel like it is a bit too small and I could do better for this room. So, I hopped onto Facebook Marketplace to find a specific coffee table. And after going through a few of them, I found the best looking one as well as one with a reasonable price. Finally, after a couple texts back and forth of negotiating and where to pick it up, it was time to go grab it. Aside from making it seem like a really short span of time in the video, finding this table took about 3 weeks. When I tell you all these tables were selling in like a day, I mean it. And I was not spending 400 bucks on a new one. So I'm finally happy to have found this one. So without further ado, let's remove this coffee table and install the new one. Now before I set up the new coffee table, I'm gonna give everything a quick wipe. I didn't really get to record the process of putting the glass on here because my dad helped me. But it's finally set up, so now let's put everything back on top. That is the whole coffee table finished. I can't believe how nice this actually came out. I'd definitely say it fits the entire space so nicely. And I'm so happy to finally have this specific table that I've been looking for. Now with this being done, as well as the rest of the room, this means the room is finally complete. So there's only one way to finish this off. Cue the music.
Somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-Tag. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What are we? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song, this is a revelation, how to get a nigga gone. I need you a man, baby, I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction, that's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby.
Like always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, it would help me out if you could like and subscribe, as I put so much effort into this video just for you guys. But finally, after 4 months of building this room, it's complete. So please leave a comment of your thoughts. Anyways, that's it from me, so I'll see you in the next video.
Watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, and don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them off. Take a risk or take a